Good morning, Adams County. It's Friday. Today we're going to be talking about experiences in college, but we're going to be doing it a little bit differently from how we've done the past videos. Instead of me talking at you the whole time in this video, I decided to ask some of my fellow college advisors what their favorite college experiences were, so that way you can find out maybe what some of these other people's experienced during college and what they really enjoyed about college and what helped shape their experience. So I'm going to turn it over to them and they're going to talk about what some of their favorite experiences are at college.
My favorite college experience, well, I actually have two. My first one was going abroad to Denmark. I found that I had another family instead of just the one. I have a Danish family and I have an American family, so that's really positive. And my other favorite tradition at Gettysburg College, where I went to, was on convocation, which is the opening day. When you're a freshman, you go through Penn Hall steps, and then when you graduate, you come back the other way, and it's coming full circle. And I really appreciate that symbolism.
So a little bit of background, I was on the rowing team while I was at college, and so I naturally kind of found a group of friends who I got very, very close with. But perhaps one of the best things we did is every week we would get together and we'd do something called Taco Tuesday. And Taco Tuesday didn't have to take place on Tuesday. Very often it would take place on Wednesday or Thursday. We'd just all get together and we'd just make a crap ton of tacos and we would eat them and it would be wonderful. And we would just talk, have fun, have a good time. And it got very big. At first it was just a few of my rowing friends, and then I'd just bring in like all of my other friends as well. And so it just became a really big, awesome part of college. And I actually still do it. Right now we're in training, and actually last night I was at Taco Tuesday with the same friends. So, yeah, good times.
You asked me to talk a little bit about what my best experience at college was. And for me, that was definitely gaining my independence, and that took form in a lot of different ways, but Gettysburg facilitated it throughout the entire thing. And I think that going away to college is a big step towards your independence in the first place, but for me, I was really nervous. I was really scared to do it. But from the moment that I stepped foot on Gettysburg's campus, the staff, the faculty, the students, they all made me feel so comfortable. Being in this new uncomfortable environment, which was college for me, was a way for me to really understand what it was to start to be an adult, and I think that was a really cool experience. Another way that college helped me to become a more independent person was the employment opportunities that I had on campus. One of my jobs was working with the Center for Public Service on Gettysburg's campus. And so as an employee there, I got to work as a program coordinator. I got to run a Big Brothers Big Sisters program weekly. I recruited volunteers. I worked with a couple of other employees to manage this program. And with that huge responsibility, I learned what I could handle. I learned time management. I learned to assume that responsibility and to really work hard to make it successful. And that was an opportunity that I was lucky enough to have, but that responsibility helped me to realize that I could do things like that. And so having that responsibility, being trusted to be that independent, really helped me to grow as a person and a leader.
Okay, so my favorite memory, I think, would definitely be freshman year when I went through recruitment for Greek life. I had my group of friends before, but then I joined Greek life and it was kind of automatically having 100 new really close friends, and it was amazing to just have so many different friends and so many different organizations, and it was just really amazing to join an organization that was automatically completely accepting and just so fun to hang out with these girls and get to know them, and have that happen my freshman year. It just created so many more new friendships and relationships with people that I never would have met otherwise. So then I also studied abroad, and that was absolutely incredible. I was in Barcelona, Spain, and I think the favorite part of study abroad for me was definitely just being able to travel around Europe. I chose Europe specifically instead of South America because I just wanted to go as many places as possible. So I went to Germany and Portugal, all over Spain, France, Italy, and it was just so amazing to see so many different countries, see so many different cultures, meet so many different people. And it was really out of my comfort zone, but it was the most amazing experience, and I'm so happy that I was able to go.
I mean, there's so many. The one that initially comes to mind is I had an egg fight on the first floor of my residence hall freshman year. Me and a bunch of people, egg and water balloon fight. That was fun. So we had to clean it up. Study abroad was one of the greatest things I could have done. Just to be in another country for a period of time and kind of think about what does it mean to be an American American in another country? What does it mean to be a global citizen? You're kind of thinking about all those things in the back of your mind as you're having these very different experiences. I got the chance to start a club, which was really cool, a spoken word poetry club with some of my friends, and we brought spoken word artists to campus for concerts. So that was honestly really, really cool to be able to talk to different artists about their crafts, how they do what they do, tips for young writers, things like that. But I think the most critical and memorable college experience for me, I would say a brotherhood that I gained there. So for me growing up, I didn't really have like that solid group of like guy friends. You know, you think of like the quintessential, like these three boys are always getting into trouble, or you know, stuff like that or whatever. I didn't really have that growing up. And when I got to college, I joined a group called Impact, which stands for Intelligent Men Purposefully Accomplishing College Together. And essentially, that for me filled the void, because now I had 40 to 55 guys that I could just kind of pal around with, but at the same time talk about some really deep and interesting topics. We supported each other, we were all driven, we all had different interests, but we were all pushing each other to be better, to do better, to learn more. And that's something that will stick with me forever, you know, surrounding myself with positive, driven people who want to see me succeed, but I also want the same for them. And I think that sense of community and brotherhood is something that I'll always have with me, I'll always take that with me. And I'll always look to seek that out elsewhere or try to create it if I can.
My most memorable moment would probably be getting to create a thesis for the whole semester, my whole senior year rather, and then defending it for honors in front of a bunch of professors. I was definitely not academically confident before getting to college, and I had no intention of ever doing research, let alone doing independent research. And so when I was told that I had to do research and like my professors really encouraged it, I was definitely very nervous, but very proud of myself for being able to conduct intensive study and then be able to write a paper about it and then actually speak about it intelligently to professors who I admired a lot.
My favorite thing about that I was a part of at Millersville University was the Student Alumni Association. The Student Alumni Association is an organization that dedicates itself to partnering with the larger alumni association and getting the alumni to come back to school and get them connected with current students and also get the current students connected to the alumni. I found that it was a really helpful experience for me. I felt like I could really became a part of my family, the organization itself. I was actually the president of the organization my senior year, and I feel like that organization prepared me, in addition to my classes, for the real world. It helped me with my internship, some of the skills transferred over, and then in my current job, some of the skills are transferring over. So my biggest tip and what I learned was that being involved in different clubs and organizations is a great way to better yourself in a fun way. You don't really think that when you join a club you're working on your professional skills, but you really are, and it's really fun, and you make a lot of great friends and get to know a lot of cool people.
So as you can see from these examples, you're going to experience a lot of different things while you're in college. So while you may have similar experiences to the other people in your class, each experience is going to be unique to you and have its own specific meaning. And you saw that in these examples when several of the people talked about their semesters abroad or different communities that they were a part of during college. Hopefully seeing how excited these people got about these different aspects of college is really going to help you get excited for starting your freshman year and then going off for the next 4 years of college and having your own great and fun experiences. Alright, Adams County, I'll see you next week.